What's up, friends? Welcome back to another episode of It's Nostalgia. Now, continuing on with the LaserDisc edition of It's Nostalgia. This is actually going to be breaking up into two other episodes because I've got a ton of LaserDisc I've just picked up, in the past weeks. I've also picked up a very unique piece of audio equipment to help out with LaserDisc, so we'll get to showing that in another video. But first off, let me show you this. I've got two separate stacks of LaserDiscs that I picked up, so let's get started with the first stack. Alright. Okay, first off, picked up Disney's Flight of the Navigator on LaserDisc. This is a very rare LaserDisc to get a hold of, one rare one. I actually have this movie on DVD, but when Mr. Killerhorn or Cemetery Gamer Thomas actually had found this, I was like, you know what, I'm picking this baby up because I like this movie. Great movie from the 80s. Okay, next movie I've got this movie on VHS. I've also got it on DVD. I was going to import the LaserDisc from Japan because it was the only place that had it, and then Thomas had found it on eBay. So I was watching it, and then finally I was like, I'm buying it. And then he's like, did you buy that? I go, yeah. And that is, of course, The Wizard on LaserDisc. Yep, like I said, I have this movie on multiple formats. A lot of people call this movie a big commercial for Nintendo and Universal, but for those of us that grew up at the time when we watched this movie, it brings back a lot of memories of our childhood. So, great to have that in my collection. Okay, next one I got. Actually have Nemesis 3561 actually sent me a box set a couple years back that had all three Indiana Jones movies in it. And then Critify.net sent me a package a while back too that had Raiders of the Lost Ark on LaserDisc in it as a special gift. And once again, I thank those guys a lot. I thank Nemesis for sending me that. But I didn't have the other two movies on LaserDisc, so I figured, you know what, I would go ahead and complete my collection. So I picked up Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade on LaserDisc. Nice gatefold jacket here for LaserDisc, I do say. And this looks nice. Okay, got that. And then also got Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom on LaserDisc. Gatefold jacket, of course, as well. Widescreen. So that completes the Indiana Jones movies on LaserDisc for my collection. Alright. Next movie I got. I first saw this movie on DVD when DVD was first in its infancy in the late 90s, early 2000s. I got a DVD player and I rented this movie from a Hollywood Video after I got a DVD player and I got a home theater set up. So I rented this movie and that was one of the first times I watched it. I actually have the first one on DVD, the Blues Brothers, but when I seen this I figured I'd go ahead and pick this up. And that is, of course, Blues Brothers 2000 on LaserDisc. This is widescreen, has the Dolby AC3 digital on it, which I am proud to say I can now decode Dolby AC3 digital, and I'll explain that in the next video on Dolby AC3 and what it takes to get it off of LaserDisc. Okay, this next movie I got. This movie, I mean, I've got two releases of it. Okay, I've got an NTSC version on DVD that is not the full version. It's a hacked version. It's a slash version. Pretty much it was cut to death. And then Nemesis 3561 sent me the PAL version, which is the director's cut of this movie that has the full scenes. Well, anyway, I was telling Jay about it. I've been wanting to get this movie for a long time on LaserDisc, and I finally just picked it up. And it's, of course, the Criterion Collection version of Robocop on LaserDisc. This is the unrated director's cut of the movie. In my opinion, the best movie to have, the best version to have of Robocop is the director's cut, because you get everything. It's uncut, you see everything. So, yep. So as Jay would say, a quote from from our favorite character in here, Clarence Bodiger, just give me my fucking phone call. Yep. Glad to have that in my collection now. Okay, next movie I picked up. Never seen this movie before. I haven't seen its sequel here, but I went ahead and picked those up. I picked them up both, and that is, of course, I got Young Guns on LaserDisc, widescreen edition, and of course picked up the widescreen of Young Guns 2, because this one, of course, Bon Jovi did the music for, so I've been wanting to see this movie because I've seen the music video. I've been wanting to see both these movies, so I picked them both up. And of course, this one, of course, is made by Mr. Killer Hornet, or Cemetery Gamer and I's favorite plant, Sony DADC in Terre Haute, Indiana. Wonderful place to get your LaserDisc, by the way. If you're gonna get LaserDisc, get them from Sony. They didn't know jack shit on how to make them. Okay, next movie I picked up. I wanted to see this movie. I got this and I watched it. I'm probably going to have to watch it a few times before I get used to it. But I've been wanting to see it. And that is, of course, the Criterion Collection version of Blade Runner on LaserDisc. So, yep, I watched this. It was okay to me. But, you know, like I said, I'm not, you know, I'm into sci-fi movie, and that's kind of why I got it. Probably have to take a little bit to get used to. Alright, and the last LaserDisc for this video that I picked up a nice box set. And that's, of course, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the CAV version on LaserDisc. This is the individually numbered Terminator 2 version. And my number is T612. I got this because it's the CAV version. You get this nice booklet right here that comes with it. And of course you get a letter from James Cameron. The essay here explaining it. So pretty pleased to have this. It's got all the discs in it. Watched it one night. Pretty great. So yep, that'll join my collection. Alrighty. Thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode of It's Nostalgia LaserDisc Edition. I will show off the next few LaserDisc I have, and I will also show off my new piece of audio equipment for LaserDisc. So, thanks for watching guys, and this is Bufferkid saying be cool, and see ya.